First question right here on this side.
Kobe.
On the right.
Anthony Gilbert, Hoop Magazine. Usually you take what the defense gives you. It seemed in that first quarter you were very aggressive and you just kind of went after it and got into a rhythm. Can you talk about that?
Well, I had some good opportunities, in some of the spots where I can be aggressive, and I got a pretty good rhythm going, knocked down a couple shots.
Next question for Kobe in the back left.
Kobe, you missed a couple more free throws than you generally make. Is there something going on, or is it just kind of one of those nights?
No, my rhythm was off. My rhythm was just off at the free throw line. I just shot poorly from the charity stripe. It's a bad night.
Hey, just a quick follow-up. You've been called the best closer in the game. Is it weird sometimes when you can't close it out, especially at the line or on a couple of big shots you took at the end?
No, it's just just disappointed. You know what I mean? Because I'm used to coming through in those situations. The team trusts me to come through in those situations, and it just didn't happen tonight. So just got to bounce back, be ready to go game 4.
Mark, on your front left.
Kobe, they shot 63% tonight. It seems like they're figuring out where your guys are going to be, and they're throwing the ball back the other way and that kind of stuff. Do you feel like they're, figuring out how to run an offense against you guys?
Yeah, they're doing a great job making adjustments. I mean, and it's on us to make adjustments as well. Defensively, some of the shots, closeouts were there. They just knocked them down. We ran them off the three-point line. They converted inside the arc. So we got to do a better job with our closeouts.
It's a little reminiscent of the last series, what you guys did to Denver. You figured out how to get guys open, and all of a sudden they couldn't guard you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a series of adjustments. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, we had a great opportunity here in spite of that to win the game. I mean, I missed a lot of free throws. We still put ourselves in a position to win. Didn't work out for us. Hopefully next game will be a little better.
Bill?
Yeah, Kobe, Phil said you'll never admit it, but that he thought you were a little tired at the end. That's why he kept you on the bench for the first half of the fourth quarter. How were you feeling?
I felt okay.
You were tired. Yeah, so you were wiped out, right?
I was fine.
Okay.
Mike?
Oh, I had a question. Kobe, what did you think of Lamar tonight? He had a run-up of successful games. Tonight, only 11 points, a couple of rebounds. Was he off a little bit?
No, he played well. It's. We're gonna talk about the offensive end. We can talk about that all night long. You can always improve on the offensive end. Free throws is a gimme, obviously. We got knocked down free throws, but we lost this game on the defensive end. We've been playing very good defense, and the team tonight shoots 62% from the field, 75% in the first half. And we got to do a much better job defensively. Lamar was fine.
Dave, go ahead. On the left side.
Kobe, did they make an adjustment on how they were defending you on the pick and roll? And can you describe that play where Petrus got the steal?
Howard just made a great play with his hands. And they came up with the ball. Simple as that.
Right here in the front.
Kobe, can you talk about the execution of the last play, the final seconds?
Which one?
Well, where you took the three-pointer, was that what Coach Phil designed in the timeout?
Yeah, that's what we were looking for.
You're looking for a three-pointer?
Didn't go down.
Talk about next game.
Now you just got to, bounce back, be ready to go. It was a tough loss for us. And, we feel like we can play much, much better. So tomorrow, you just make your adjustments and get ready to go.
So it's forget about it and move on.
That's all you can do. You just prepare, see things that you can correct, and come back ready to go game 4.
Kobe, Jerry O'Neill, ESPN Radio here in Orlando. Some of the national press corps after the first game, 175 game, thought that this was going to be a one-sided finals. You cautioned to say otherwise. Now we're 3 games in and it's 2-1. Can you talk about the Magic versus the Lakers in this series to this point?
Well, I mean, this is a team that, they've been through adverse situations. They've gone into Boston, won in Game 7. Went into Cleveland, almost took the first 2 there. I mean, this is a tough team. It's not a cupcake team. They're extremely well coached. They execute extremely well. And, we got our work cut out.
Last question in the back. Go ahead.
Kobe, Mark Menarzik, ESPN Radio, 1040 in Tampa Bay. The adjustments that Petrus and Courtney Lee made on you tonight, they didn't have an answer for you in games 1 and 2, but tonight it seemed like they were able to have a little success against you.
It's called 4 more guys. I mean, they threw the whole kitchen sink, man. You know, and they did a great job staying on my body. And, you know, they brought help from the weak side. And, you know, simple as that.
Thanks, Kobe.
Kobe, Howie Evans, New York Amsterdam News. Did the crowd play a factor in this game and that guy jumping up and down with the red flag? Is that something that the NBA says is okay?
What guy?
The guy with you didn't see him.
No, maybe if I saw him,
You
I
had
would
to
have
be
made
the
some
only
damn
guy
free
in the
throws.
gym that didn't see
If I
him.
saw him, maybe I would have made a shot. I didn't see him.
But did the crowd play a factor?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, we had control of the game most of the first half. They took it over there in the second quarter. You know, we fought back, tied the game up. You know, they made big plays. I mean, Petrus came in, gave him big production off the bench. Rayford played extremely well. And up to this point, we had done a pretty solid job on their bench.